I looked and I went to buy them 2 or 3 times, but it never happened.
That's what I was thinking this morning. I was like, I'm just going to buy my own headset, and then I can be special.
As long as it's got 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch, I can adapt it.
I found a Sony one I liked.
Yeah.
I used to have a nice pair of Sony headphones. I've had 2 good ones over the years, but one just fell apart.
This is the only time I wear headphones. I'm not a headphone guy.
Yeah.
Like, even when I'm on Discord and things like that, like, the noise suppression is adequate enough that I can use my speaker.
Nice.
So, I just don't like headphones.
And a nice Bluetooth set for the garage, so they're the sound dampening, but Bluetooth. Those ones. Oh my god, I love them.
I got to get some nice headphones for the wife because I think she's losing her hearing because she watches her shows so loud. Like, she's on her laptop in our front room. I'll be all the way in the back bedroom on my computer playing games, and I can hear what she's watching on her laptop over what I'm watching on my computer. And I'm like, you're sitting right in front of it. Are you deaf?
What kind of laptop speakers?
Well,
are those? That's what I want to know.
some parts are really loud, and then other parts aren't loud. And I'm like, you're sitting in front of it. Like, you could put this on volume 2 and still hear
That's
it.
why I put closed captions on, though.
Yeah,
I have closed captions on, so when it's up,
Yeah.
I can read it if I don't hear it, and I still hear it.
she's
then.
doing her
On
art,
the
so
plus
she's not
side-
watching it.
You got little ones too, so that helps improve their reading.
Sure.
But it's weird on Pornhub. It makes it way less entertaining.
Yeah, it's just not the same without
No.
the sound.
Speaking of, I am very disappointed in us and our performance last episode.
I performed admirably.
No, we all failed. All of us. Last episode was episode 69.
Oh, we weren't going
Nice.
to talk about what we did,
Nice.
and you brought it up.
I made no guarantees.
Okay,
I said
whatever.
nothing. I agreed to nothing.
Nice.
we let that whole number, that entire episode go. I'm
Funny internet
disappointed in
number.
us.
Well, why 69 when you could 77?
I've heard this before and I don't remember what it is.
You could always have 8 more. I was like 35 years old when I heard that joke for the first time, and I'm like, how have I missed this my entire life?
Let's just roll the intro and get going with this one.
I'm still trying to figure it out. Oh, you got to do math.
Wait, don't turn the channel. You've tuned into High Gravity.
The show where we talk about beer, brewing, and bullshit.
Where the only thing we take seriously is the next round.
So grab a glass.
Fill it with something cold.
And enjoy the show.
Interesting kind of theme for today.
This is going to be Johnny's favorite theme.
Oh, yeah.
Just like cherries and sours are mine.
Yeah.
Kind of
We got
excited
you.
In
about this one.
combination to Daryl's earlier Facebook post, though, will be perfect timing for
Yeah,
this.
need them.
We're gonna do coffee and donuts today.
Yay, I love donuts.
We should have had a cop guest on today.
No,
I invited
What
one.
mean,
were we thinking?
they have that. Isn't that one shop they own, that coffee and donuts?
Coffee?
Yeah,
I've had donuts there. They're not bad.
yeah, they are. I've been there before. You always see the billboard.
Oh, the cops donuts or whatever.
Yeah, it was really good. But yeah, so like beers that are, coffee or donut adjacent, in kind of starting right in the middle. I think we'll start with this one here, the coffee cake from Pigeon. The artwork on this is like really, really cool. I just learned the name of this. Art Nouveau, I think, is what you'd call this. It's like Art Nouveau adjacent, if I pronounce that correctly. But it's a brown ale with coffee, brown sugar, and cinnamon. It's got like this like cool like 3-eyed cat type of thing on here, and then
Interesting.
ladies who are enjoying cake and coffee.
I like cake.
Well, hopefully you like coffee cake.
I like ladies, too.
I don't I don't know where this beer came from. I found it in my fridge.
Nice.
So it could be pretty old.
No, it was bottled 10/29/24.
Oh.
So not that bad.
Nice.
So just a bad memory.
Maybe. I didn't buy this. I can tell you that. It showed up in my fridge, and well, it's here today. Oh,
The Pigeon Hill salted caramel is pretty good.
Yeah, the SCP. I really like pretty much everything I've had from Pigeon Hill. I've really enjoyed. I think my favorite from them is the Walter Gets Buzzed. It's a.
Have we had that? Or
I don't think we've had that one.
I don't think so.
It's espresso blonde,
There's coffee in it.
and it's really got this like wonderful kind of like vanilla-y taste to it. I really like it.
I love, and I
Ooh, this smells
absolutely
nice.
love the smell of coffee in this. It's just the taste that gets me, and I'm nervous.
I don't really smell a lot of the coffee. You taste a little bit of the coffee.
I smell it. I taste it. It doesn't taste bad though. Like I don't get the horrible coffeeness that.
I get like a molasses sweetness from I think that brown sugar.
I would say the brown sugar. Yeah, they probably use dark brown sugar. I feel like this could use just a touch more body. I think if it had a little more body,
I agree.
Some of those like rounder flavors.
I like that it's kind of light and crisp.
Yeah, I didn't see ABV on.
I like that the cinnamon isn't potent in it either.
Same. I think that would kind of ruin
I
it.
get no cinnamon.
If I do, it's very faint, and I like that because it can overpower pretty quick.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first sip all right, but the second sip I enjoyed a little more.
I'm not lying. I really like this.
Even with the coffee in it?
Even with the coffee in it, yeah.
I think
it's not bitter coffee either.
It doesn't.
So it's more like a cold brew.
Yeah. That's the only thought that I have because normally when I drink coffee, the way it hits my gut, it hurts.
Yeah.
This doesn't do that. I like this a lot.
7%.
Oh wow!
I'm actually kind of surprised. It really doesn't taste
like
strong. No,
very light, very refreshing. I like it a lot.
And you still taste the beer in it too. It's not like any of it's overpowering.
No. It's actually really nice. The more I sip it, the more I enjoy it.
Agreed.
I will put this on my list. I'll buy this again. Well, I'll buy this for the first time.
Or find it.
Wow, that is tasty. I'm gonna get a picture of this one.
Holy crap, that's really good. That's
Yeah,
most excellent.
The artwork is just really cool on this too. Like they did a really good job. There's a little bit left if you guys want.
Oh hell yeah!
Split that up.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I mean, I took a picture of it.
A little more?
Oh, sure, I'll take a little touch.
If you have to, right?
I opened it up on Untapped to see the ABV, so I figured I might as well check it in while I got it here. Yeah, that's really good. I don't think I've ever had anything from Pigeon Hill that I was let down by, though.
That's really good.
I'm not the biggest fan of the oatmeal cream pie, but it's not a bad beer. It's just not my favorite.
I don't know that I can even remember having it. I'll be perfectly honest.
Yeah,
if I have
a Pigeon Hill.
Yeah,
they've done.
I don't know that I've had any.
They've done a lot of good stuff.
It's fantastic, honestly.
The your mom on French toast and grandma on French
don't
toast.
Talk about my mom that way.
Well, grandma too.
Or her.
That one was really good.
She's a nice lady.
I don't know if they make it anymore. But like the can art for that one, they actually had like someone's grandma, like it was one of the brewer's grandma or something. They took a picture of her and they photoshopped it onto a piece of French toast, and it looked like she was like an Aladdin or something, like flying on a magic carpet made of French toast.
That's awesome.
But that was the barrel aged version, the grandma.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember that me and the boys got really hyped for that one when went to the beer festival, and they're like, "Oh, they have barrel aged your mom on French toast," and it was wonderful.
Well, you mentioned festivals. Isn't there a sale? Ticket sales coming up for your festival?
Oh yeah,
there is. By the time this episode comes out, it'll probably be afterwards. But February 15th is where Dark Lord goes on sale.
Tickets go on sale?
Yep. So
I knew that was coming up.
I will be once again buying 2 tickets as I do.
Nice.
Because I don't know if they're going to be selling beer this year, thanks to Jeff inquiring about that. Because you get beer with your tickets.
Yeah.
And everyone I've been to up until like, was it 2-3 years ago, they never like sold like bottles.
Yes.
And you could get
they probably had a big stock that piled up of all different sorts of stuff and had to get rid of it.
From COVID, the festival wasn't as popular because they didn't have the festival per se. Gotcha. They just had like pickup. So yeah, they had a ton of it. And so I think like, the last 2, maybe 3 years, I think 3 years, they had a tent where they were selling vintage variants and vintage bottles for really inexpensive.
Nice.
It was like $80 for 2 variants and a Dark Lord.
I remember talking about that last year. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really good deal.
Yeah.
And so I, usually buy 2 or 3 extra allotments, like just to have it around, like just having the variants around, like when you get down to that last bottle of that variant you really like, you tend to covet it, and it sits around for way too long. But when I've got 2 or 3 or 4 of them, like it's much easier to just be like, oh, I'm just gonna take this and go drink it with the friends, So it's.
I went to open a bottle of mead for Thanksgiving dinner, and I went to my mead stash, and it was my last bottle. Like, I think I have one smaller bottle left, but it was my last big bottle, and I was very sad. It's like, I need more. And I have a fucking 6-gallon carboy of it sitting in the kitchen, a bottle still. It's like 5 years old.
So
it's perfect.
Do you guys want coffee or donut?
I'm going to say take a coffee break. Let's go to donuts.
Donut it is. So the next two are from Griffin Claw. And
I like their stuff.
There's a lot of their stuff that's just kind of meh. But I don't really know that I've had anything that I would say it's bad from Griffin Claw.
Nah.
It's mid, as the kids might say.
I'm not familiar with that.
The artwork on both these cans is actually kind of similar, but it's really cool. It's really nicely done. I really like it. But this one's got this is a called Sin, Repent, Repeat Punchki Stout. So brewed with dozens of punchkis. And it's 8% alcohol. It's got it's like gold and purple and like kind of reflective
it is
label.
A fancy can.
It's really cool. It's got little like gold and pink and purple punchkis all over it and other artwork that's kind of neat. But on this little picture here, it says, "Sin today, repent tomorrow, repeat."
But today's the Sunday, the Lord's Day. Sin today's bad.
Oh, too bad.
I think sinning any day is bad.
I mean, yeah.
Kind of inherent in the...
the definition of the word.
Let's see. The Sin, Repent, Repeat. We brewed up a sinfully sweet stout and threw in a couple dozen punchkis for your sinners, or for you sinners. It's decadent, smooth, and delicious. You will need to repent and probably repeat. We don't judge here. So let's give her a try. It's a full pint can, so we get a good taste.
So I'm
each.
almost wondering if this is more of a gimmick with the punchki gimmicks, because I haven't really had a good donut beer before.
So
I don't either. I've had more bad ones than good ones, unfortunately.
I am with you there. I think the example that comes to mind is Baffin did a punchki stout, and I feel like you just throw a bunch of punchkis in a beer, and it ends up just thinning it out.
Sugar's out.
Yeah, and
Smells fruity.
I will.
Really good.
I will let you guys. I've tried this already, so I will let you guys give your opinions first because I have opinions.
You have like a very sweet, almost grape jelly in the nose. Whoa.
Raspberry, not grape.
If you say so.
That first sip tastes different than when I had the other. Okay, there it is. There's the taste.
Huh.
Is that how good it is?
Yep. Huh.
I have like a weird side taste. I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
It's like on the side of my tongue.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't understand it.
I don't either.
It tastes like
why,
the raspberry filling from a punchki.
But
Up front, it tastes like nothing. And then all I'm left with is like raspberry punchki filling, which isn't bad.
But there's like a aftertaste
that's just weird.
that's sitting on the side of my tongue.
I can feel it.
I don't know how to explain that. I have no words for that other than it tastes like a sweet jelly up front, and then it goes sideways, and I get nothing after that.
I couldn't drink too much of this. It's sweet.
Yeah, I think
It's very sweet.
we should have had this one first.
Maybe the coffee changed that taste. But I'm drinking coffee too, so.
Right. Again, one of those beers that's better after I take a couple of sips, but yeah, I see what you're saying. When we had it the other day, it warmed up a little bit and it was a little nicer.
Warm this a little bit then.
But
I won't go as far as saying it's bad.
it's the best punchki beer I've ever
different.
had. And that's, not saying much because everyone I've ever had I haven't enjoyed.
And it does taste like the filling, the fruit filling.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that like
There was a syrup or something because you're not getting
Yeah.
that flavor out of.
they
throwing
just
donuts in.
they threw donuts in as a gimmick just to say they did.
All right, warmed up, it's a little better.
Yeah. I think it's a little like less
I very rarely
sharp
say that.
or
Yeah.
astringent.
But also, I think sometimes if you really do use donuts, the oils or something that's in it that's cooked
could easily.
will get in the beer, and that'll give some weird flavor sometimes.
Well, this headed up really nice when I poured it. So like, there's probably not too much, at least oil in there, or else I don't think we would have gotten much of a head on it. I think that's the problem with a lot of peanut beers is like they just use like straight up ground peanuts or some shit, and it just ends up
oil,
being floating on the top.
Film.
But yeah, I mean, as far as Punchki beers go, like Griffin Claude
When it
didn't
warms
mess
up,
this one up.
Not terrible. I don't hate it. I'll put it that way. Tuck that in so it quits making noise.
Yeah, it is a little better warm, but
Yeah.
there's a little like
Is there a little left?
Yeah.
Try a little more. Thank you.
I don't know if astringent's the right word. A little bit of
There's
that kind of
alcohol bite still.
maybe that's it. Maybe that's what I'm getting.
Kind of after the weird sideways flavor, then you kind of taste that. I'd call it astringent.
It's only 8%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
1% higher than the last one. No, I'm good. I don't need any more.
it's noticeable.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm mostly impressed with the like how spot on they got the raspberry filling flavor though, because like it is exactly
It's still a
like
lot of grape to me.
I don't smell or taste grape. It's raspberry.
I don't
Yeah.
smell it. I think the more I'm sampling it, yes.
yeah, it
But
was
think like you take a spoon of grape jelly, kind of get that jelliness. I can't describe it very well.
Are you talking about the smell of gelatin? Because gelatin doesn't smell like anything.
No, like the taste, the mouthfeel.
Okay. Well, I mean, it is jelly in a donut, right? Or at least that's what they call it.
Yeah.
Unless there's, a different
I
name
don't
for
know
it and
why
I'm just wrong.
confusing whatever it is with grape with the raspberry. But
Yeah, that I was pretty impressed with because it was remarkably similar to like the center of a donut.
I very, very, very rarely say this about a beer. It's better warm.
Yeah, I mean, it's a stout.
Warmer.
I
Yeah.
probably should have took them out of my fridge a little earlier, knowing that they were stouts. But there's
I still
a
prefer
happy
everything.
medium there.
Yeah, I still prefer everything ice cold beer wise, regardless of style. I like them cold, and this one is better warm.
I don't care. Cold, warm, flat, carbonated. As long as it's not sour or cherry, I'm happy.
A warm sour cherry. That sounds dreadful.
Oh,
I don't think sours taste very good warm. Like that's. I don't think I've ever had a
There's
warm
probably
sour.
a reason for that.
yeah.
Because they're sour. You ruined a perfectly good beer. Look at it. Now it's sour. I don't know. I've had sours I like. I've had a lot of
think
sours
I'd
I
order
like.
it again.
This?
But yeah, if I ordered one, I mean, I'm gonna drink. If I order it, I'm gonna drink it.
I'm curious to try it because when we tried it the other day when we were playing D&D, it was like the first drink that we had, like the first beer that we had. We split a can of this,
Gotcha.
and I think it tasted better then. So I'm just wondering if maybe the first beer kind of threw off the palate a little bit, or maybe this can is different. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's not terrible. I had
No,
a
it's
second
not-
sip,
it's not
second
horrible.
takings of it, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I was trying to think most of those beers, the gimmicky beers, probably the one that I've had that I've liked the most, and we had it recently, was that Lucky Charms.
Yes.
yeah, that was
That
interesting.
Lucky Charms
I still
was
have that
actually
one.
really good.
I still have that one, and when I get cereal, I am gonna make a freaking bowl of that and try it. I promised it. That's why they gave me the can. I'm gonna do it.
You know you're an alcoholic when.
Put beer in your cereal instead of milk.
I'm just debating if I should do it here for an episode or at home and just post pictures of it.
Either way, terrible idea.
Oh, I agree. I should probably
sure?
wait till I've had a few. I mean, it might be good. I don't know.
That's a little bit of hair of the dog that I don't think I need.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when I was a younger man, and you get up and have a beer for breakfast.
The way
like,
that you said that, all I heard was Pumbaa when I was a young warthog.
when I
I don't know why.
you start singing Disney tunes.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing on karaoke night lately.
I remember.
A whole bunch of them.
You did a great
I've
job.
got one I've been wanting to do with someone, but I've never done a Disney karaoke song.
Well, that Disney ones are easy for me because I've seen all of the shows,
Oh,
100,000
Yeah,
times.
I was gonna
It's
say I
like-
can't think of
Same.
a Disney song I could sing, but that was like, you've got kids, so
I've got one, and I've actually practiced it. 'Cause I promised someone here I'd do a song with them, and then we haven't had a Disney night since. Someone.
What song are you gonna do?
Oh, that's gonna be a surprise when we do it.
Who are you singing it with?
That'll be if they're here.
I can show you the world,
Shining,
shimmering splendor.
That's the song.
Yeah, because it's the only duo I could think of off of the top of my head from Disney. That and Aladdin, I think, is like the only Disney movie I would like watch. If I'm like, you have to watch a Disney movie, I'm like, okay, well, I like Aladdin, so we'll watch that.
When you're doing that, that also goes into Toy Story. So, a friend like me, because Pixar's owned by Disney.
I guess
So that opens up quite a bit.
I did like Toy Story. Wait, they don't own Shrek, do they?
No, that's
That's
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks.
Good. I love
Sony's
Shrek.
DreamWorks, or
I think yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shrek is great. Shrek is love. Shrek is life. So continuing with our donuts and coffee theme here, onto the coffee. I guess if you could call it that. Like, I'm a black coffee drinker, so if you put anything in it, like it's technically coffee, but not to me. Look at this man. He's got black coffee. I'm proud.
I have ice water.
Grows hair on your chest, not your head, but your chest and everywhere else.
I got mason jars that'll put hair on your chest too,
He
buddy.
needs hair on his head. That's what he's looking for. It.
I mean, we could try it. I've never tried a topical application.
This one's the Macchiato. I don't know if they split it on purpose, but like the
supposed to be
Macchiato,
Mac.
the Macchiato,
If
yeah.
you look the other side, the Mac.
Oh yeah, because the Mackinac Bridge. Okay, oh yeah, I get it. Milk stout brewed with cinnamon, caramel, and coffee.
Ooh.
The Macchiato.
Cinnamon always worries me.
Well, this is our second cinnamon beer. So, a delicious stout with cinnamon, caramel, lactose, and freshly roasted coffee from Super Duper Coffee. Silky smooth creaminess with subtle cinnamon and sweet velvety caramel notes, paired with robust roasted barley and coffee. Again, it uses the same like format as the last can art, like this like gold shiny on like black. It's got like pictures of what look like coffee or macchiatos and cinnamon sticks. When I first saw this, I thought the cinnamon sticks looked like blunts, like somebody like rolling a blunt. I'm like, oh, is it like a weed coffee? I don't think they can do that legally here.
Hemp ale.
That's not weed coffee. That's hemp.
That's the same freaking plant.
Well, they are the same plant. They are,
Hops are plants do.
and they are in the same family.
They are.
But hemp is defined as having less than 0.1% THC.
And just only make a beer with it. Okay.
Oh yeah, I've had hemp ale. It's
I have Mr. Jade's hemp ale from Sherwood. Good stuff. It's been a while. I liked it.
It's a gimmick. Just
Yeah.
like it's everything else.
It's
Now,
been years since I've been there, though. In all
Just
fairness.
like our show.
that's right. Shout out to all of those who listen to the gimmick.
all 12 of you with 12 different phones that keep downloading it. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe while
Are you reminding
in
yourself?
comment.
You're the guy with the 12 phones.
No, I only have 4. Thank you.
Johnny set up a server farm.
We were talking about this like 2 days ago, weren't we?
Now, this one, to me, smells a lot more like coffee. I still have a little bit of that
Yes.
raspberry from the last one in my glass, I feel like.
I rinse with water.
Well, I don't
Daryl
smell
rinsed with
cinnamon. I
coffee.
smell caramel and coffee. But I also rinsed my glass out with coffee, so
I actually get a hair of cinnamon on the nose.
This one I actually like quite a bit. I like that a lot.
Coffee smells stronger in this, and it makes my gut quiver. This is going to be, well, bottoms up.
it's good. It's got that sweetness because the milkshake in there
Mm-hmm.
kind of adds to it. It's almost as if
Huh.
it was vanilla beans instead of cinnamon.
Yeah.
It
It would've
makes
been
me
really good.
Get like a vanilla out of
it makes me think of like having a coffee and an oatmeal cream pie. Like the flavor combination. A little less of the marshmallow in the oatmeal cream pie, but like that kind of like, or maybe like more like a pumpkin cheesecake, you know, that's got like the pumpkin spice in it. Because it's almost like pumpkin spice adjacent, but not quite there. It's really good. I have a hard time with this flavor. It tastes more like allspice or pumpkin spice than it does cinnamon on its own.
I like the first coffee one the best.
The
This
coffee
one's-
cake.
Yeah, this one's not bad. It's better than the raspberry one we just did, the donut
So
one.
this one though, I really don't taste too much of that cinnamon, but I taste the sweetness up front. I can taste that caramel sitting on my tongue afterwards, and the coffee.
Yes.
And I kind of like that caramel in it a lot.
I do.
I
That's what saves it for me. Is again, I'm not a coffee guy.
The cinnamon doesn't. It doesn't taste like
don't-
cinnamon to me, but
Yeah, I
it
don't
gives
get
it a
much there.
baked good quality.
Yes.
Like it
More of that
doesn't.
spice in there.
Yeah, like it doesn't. To me, it tastes like coffee and a baked good. You know, like with the
can see that.
caramel and the
Yeah.
spices.
You said like you dunked an oatmeal cookie in it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you got to enjoy it with your coffee. I actually like this quite a bit.
The more I'm drinking it, it's growing on me. 'Cause it's
I feel like I could drink the whole can of this and still want another one. And like,
I think I'd
typically with
agree with
stouts,
that.
that's
Yeah.
difficult to like.
I'm not getting that gut punch like I was expecting to with it yet. Anyways,
Well, I'm pretty happy. We've had 3, and none of them were like bad.
No, I think this one. I think this one's my favorite of the 3, but just barely.
I was say coffee cake was pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
that
coffee
one
cake I
was-
really like.
that one I very much enjoyed.
I think and they're both 7%. The coffee cake and this one. I don't know. I think if I wanted to have
Something
2
more
or
on the
3
sweeter side.
Yeah,
I'd end up with
this,
the,
yeah.
the Mac.
But if I want to have 2
Macchiato.
or 3 beers, I'd probably the coffee cake. Because the coffee cake is a brown ale too, so it's a little thinner body.
That's why I like it.
And that was kind of one of my, I don't really want to say complaint, but like complaint about the coffee cake was like if it had just slightly more body. But
that's
this being
why
a stout's got more body
Yeah.
than the brown.
That's why I like that one because it is lighter, in terms of coffee versus beer mouthfeel.
The Macchiato.
This one is good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dessert beer, but like not the sickening sweet that you're
Yes.
used to when you
It's
hear
not overpowered.
You hear dessert stout, you just assume like, oh,
Really
it's,
sweet,
yeah, it's
yeah.
going to be super
Yeah.
heavy and syrupy, and there's a place for that.
thank you.
You know, in the garbage. Now we've had dessert stouts that we've
Can I
enjoyed,
get a
but
splash of the donut one with this.
oh, actually, that's
We're talking coffee and donut.
not a
What the
bad
hell?
shout. Not a bad shout. Mix them.
That's good. Thank you. I don't want to go too much with it.
I'm finishing this can.
Oh.
I actually really like this one.
Huh.
When at D&D,
Smells
we had
fantastic,
each of these, and the Punchki Stout was the like the by far favorite. I gravitated towards the Macchiato a little bit more.
Yeah, I almost wonder if the punchki is because it had that sweeter taste with everyone that was there.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah, and we hadn't had any other beers too, so like again, our palates were kind of fresh. But I had just finished drinking a sugar-free Monster, which is still pretty sweet, and
Mixed is good with this.
we forgot orange juice, and we were drinking mimosas because we were doing brunch in D&D. So I was like, well, I've got an orange sugar-free Monster. Do you guys want me to put that in the champagne? And when we do mimosas, it's a literal splash of orange juice and then champagne.
Nice.
And last time we went through 2 bottles of champagne, and the half gallon of orange juice, you could tell it almost barely looked opened.
Nice.
So we're there for the champagne. So we had that before we even drank this. So we did kind of hit our palates with some sweet. But the punchki still stood out.
Mixed, I really enjoy this.
So you mentioned your D&D game on that day.
Yes.
Just because we talked about it. So your campaign came to an end. Mm-hmm. How long did that game go for?
So we met up at 11, and we did brunch and we made food and stuff. We didn't start until closer to 2, but we ended about like 10:30 p.m.
Holy crap.
So 8.5 hours straight of
Holy crap.
gameplay. 2.5 hours of grab assing and bullshit, but. But yeah, we normally do about like 4 to 6 hour stretches when we play, but this one we wanted to wrap up this campaign so we can start our next one.
And it sounded like your dungeon master tried to kill you guys.
Yeah, which is, I mean, there's been lots and lots of times where like we escaped or evaded a situation where we very well were fucked, and most of the times your DM like. They treat you with kid gloves. They don't want the party to die. And in this campaign, it was like every other session.
He was trying to end it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It was supposed to be a one shot. We were supposed to do this once, and we expanded it out to like 15 sessions.
Holy crap.
But for the nerds among you, we are a party of 3, a archer, myself, a genie warlock, and then a wizard. We're all these kind of like half-elf things. But to put it in perspective, we're level 11. If you know Dungeons and Dragons, you'll understand. Some nerds might. But the whole arc of this thing was we're in a place called the Beastlands. And we are on top of this creature called Zunisha, who is essentially for...
Shit, I can't even remember my own dog's name half the time.
Well,
I just finished.
Zunisha.
repeated over and over, right? And so essentially Zunisha is an elephant, but like imagine an elephant the size of several mountain ranges. It's
big
this
elephant.
giant creature with an entire ecosystem on its back, and we are on its back.
I ain't cleaning up after that thing.
No, you don't have to. The Beastlands are infinite, and it was walking through an ocean, so it can just shit. But the kind of whole theme was like, you know, in the first kind of campaign, we met these creatures up there, and they talked about the Bone Man, talk about this, and he's looking for books, and I'm like, immediately, as a nerd, I'm like, that's a lich. A lich. It is a undead creature whose life force is tied to something called phylactery, which essentially gives this creature infinite life. It will, even if you destroy it, it will be reborn from its phylactery until you destroy the phylactery. They're incredibly powerful, magical creatures who have undead abilities. And it is a challenge rating 21, which means a party with an average level of 21 could fight it. So it's twice as powerful as we are. Somehow we lived through sheer force of will and creativeness.
And running.
Yes, running.
Lots of running.
I think he did give us a little bit of leeway because of all the creative solutions we were coming up with. So, like, I think if he wanted to, he could have went full force and killed us. But it was very fun. It was very entertaining because we had to very much like utilize our environment, like think outside the box. And
I wish I could get
that's what I
more
like about
into
D&D.
this.
I love it.
I've played it one time, and everybody I played with was like so into it. Like they had character voices,
Yeah,
and
you have to have a
personalities
backstory.
for their characters.
Yep.
And I just
So
That's
you don't
why
like
it's called
role-playing?
I would say exactly. That's why it's called a
I like
role-playing game.
I like Halo, and I just finished the last level of Halo Infinite final.
I think to be fair
like
though,
3 years, man. To be
like,
fair,
To be fair, huh?
if you are playing D&D, like it isn't great your first time because there's a lot to understand. But once you understand kind of like the core mechanics, which are not that complicated and not that difficult.
it looks fun.
Once you understand the core mechanics, then you have the luxury of playing that character,
now,
being that
If it
personality.
were more like in Stranger Things with like real demigorgons and like creatures and you're killing stuff, I'd be in.
You are. They were playing D&D on that show.
I know.
That's the whole point.
But no, they like actually went to hell. Remember? Did you watch the last season?
I didn't watch Stranger Things. I don't know.
Okay. It's an amazing series.
Yeah, my wife liked it, and I tried to watch a couple episodes. It's just not for me. It was not. It just
liked
didn't
it.
stick to it.
I really enjoyed it.
There's a lot of TV like that though. Like I'm not a big TV guy,
I am.
but
I mean, I wait till it's all streaming because I can't stand advertising.
No. Well, and I can't stand like I think we've gotten too used to like entire seasons coming out at once where you can just binge.
watching
I'll
the
binge
whole
the
thing.
crap out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I've got the whole day off. I'm hungover. I'm gonna watch 8 hours of a show, and then it's done. And you're like, well, I'm disappointed in
what to do
myself.
with the next year of
Next
my life.
show.
Normally when I watch shows, though, that ends up being the adult cartoon episodes.
Yeah, Futurama.
I love Futurama.
Solar
I know.
Opposites. All
Yes,
those, yeah.
I
did-
love that show.
I did finally actually watch through Solar Opposites. And
Nice.
it is very Rick and Morty adjacent.
Oh yeah,
I like it a
it's all
lot.
the same voice
Yeah.
actors.
Well, up until a point.
No, they're. I think. No, they are two different voices in the last seasons.
Yeah, they replaced, was it Morbo or what's his fucking name?
Corbo.
Corbo, thank you. Yeah, they replaced him
Morbo's
with some.
Futurama.
And they, yes, yeah. Morbo.
Morbo will destroy you all.
Why does Ross, the largest of the friend, simply not eat the rest?
Percy I-8.
Yep. Omicron Percy I ate.
Planet.
Now, see, that's for the other nerds on the podcast who watch Futurama.
All
Like,
both of you.
We're just
thank you.
targeting all sorts of nerds here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you picked up on it or not.
So
but
use
you
your
know, nerd
internet
culture is
skills
important
again. We
to
need
me.
to jack up those likes and shares.
Wait, we're
subscribe.
nerds?
Yeah.
We're talking about D&D while we're drinking beer on a podcast. Of course we're nerds.
I did not realize that.
Yeah. I mean, you can't even actually
All
go
this
and
time,
buy.
I thought I was the cool guy.
No.
You can't even go buy beer yet. Actually, it's not. Stores can't sell you beer until noon on Sunday, right?
I thought they got rid of that law.
Did they?
I thought maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I know some towns you can't. I don't know if this is one of them. But
I don't know.
so I got how are you feeling today, Daryl? You seem like you're in good spirits.
Oh, feel great. Yeah.
See, when I saw you yesterday, you were expressing to me that you were worried that you might not feel great today.
Oh, he slept here. Show him the picture.
Yeah.
He passed out on the bar.
No, I went home. But yeah, that Dunkel
That was
really
good
good
stuff.
It's good.
got me in a lot of trouble last night.
Yeah, I managed to skirt in just in time for the member special, and so Jim, Bunny, and I and myself were out drinking the night before.
Yeah, with Ed.
So,
Ed was
Yeah,
a surprise
he was here
guest
a couple
on
weeks ago. Yeah, the
an
random
episode.
dude that walked by, like, hey, come in. That was Ed. So we were out drinking a couple nights ago, and so Saturday was just kind of a slow day.
At by far the biggest shithole I've ever drank in, and I've drank there before. And I'll drink there again because it's
I love the place.
right around the corner from my house. But let me,
Where the floors are sticky
dude. I
and they
can't.
serve everything in plastic cups.
No, it's
I drank my PBR out of the 24-ounce can I was given. A
the deucers. They crack them for you.
A
It's great.
$5 24-ounce beer in today's
That's
economy is
unheard of,
not
yeah.
bad, you know.
They still don't have running water. though.
I'm pretty sure you had a 20-ounce beer yesterday for $2.
I got here at 6:05, so mine was full price.
Damn it.
But that was fine with me. I just wanted to try the beer. But yeah, this place, and we won't mention its name, but it's like it's
Any locals know what we're talking
it's
about.
very close to where I live. Like I
yeah.
could walk
Was it
there.
right on the Bell River?
It kind of, yeah, kind of,
Oh,
pretty
okay.
much.
Real close then.
Yeah, and
I love the place. It's a great place.
I won't even like wash my hands in their bathroom because I feel like touching the sink would make my hands dirtier than.
I mean, I wash every time still, but
Oh, good God! Like I don't feel like anyone's cleaned that bathroom in 40 years.
oh, I agree.
and that is not
the
an
same little
understatement.
fruit fly was flying around the pisser as like the week before.
Jesus,
Yeah.
it's probably had a family of 50 by now. Yeah, it is. I was telling my wife about it, and I'm like, I said, you would drive the mile home to use the bathroom and then come back before you would
Oh
use
yeah.
the bathroom.
If I
here.
gotta sit down, I'll go to the gas station.
Which is a sad statement because I've never been in a gas station bathroom that was satisfactory. Except
I've been in a few actually.
yeah, down on our way out to Colorado. Where was it? We stopped. We stopped at this. It's one of the bigger chains. I can't remember which one, but like their thing is like how proud they are of how clean their bathrooms are.
yeah.
Like they're cleaned on the hour, every
I've
hour,
been to a
whether
few of
people
those,
use
yeah.
them or not.
Yep.
And we went in there and we're like, oh my God, like you could eat off of this toilet. And we did. No, we didn't do that.
That's unsettling.
Well, all the tables were full. You know, there was no room at the inn. And
So you just pulled up a tray in the shitter, and I mean, it's a one-stop shop.
that's true.
They get you on the way in, get you on the way out.
No, that place was nice. I feel like it was a come and go, but I think it was one of the different ones. But I think I just wanted to say come and
It's
go.
spelled with a K. No, it's spelled with a
The
K.
come and go? You never been to a come and go?
No.
K-U-M and go.
Yep.
Normally I do like come and stay.
Well,
I've never had a come and go.
here's some cab fare. Yeah, the first time I was out in like Pennsylvania, I saw that sign and I was like, ha, and I had to take a picture of it to send to all my friends. And they're like, yeah, it's a gas station. And I'm like, yeah, but it's funny. You know, because it's come and go with a K.
And if anyone at Come and Go Corporate would like to sponsor the High Gravity Beer Podcast, we would love to add you as a sponsor.
And if not, fuck off.
Yeah. We'll take some of your breakfast sandwiches and some breakfast stouts, you know. We've had enough breakfast stouts today, I think. Or have we? Our
Oh,
next
there's
episode, maybe it's all breakfast stouts
That's next
Or
week's
maybe
problem.
a lunch.
from Kentucky.
Or that's next week's problem. Come on.
It is next week's problem
Yeah.
in 10 minutes.
Don't allude to the time frame. Come on.
Oh, yeah, because no one knows we record 3 episodes at once.
Not like we call it out every other episode.
And this is the first episode, by the way, so that's why it's kind of still down to earth.
Wholesome.
Oh, man.
2 more weeks. That'll be the episode you want to listen to.
Well, by the time they listen to this one, it's only going to be a week.
It'll be 2 more weeks.
No, it'll be a week.
The third one.
The
This
third
is the first one.
Yeah.
So if they listen to it, they have the following week, which is our second one, and the week after is our third one. So 2 weeks from when they hear this will be our third episode.
Well, yeah.
All right, there we go.
Math.
That was confusing. I mathematized.
I understood the whole time, and I just listened. I was just enjoying you guys do math together. It was cute.
No, that was my worst subject in high school and college. I still don't know how I got into the math class I did in college, honestly.
And math was always...
I barely passed
Math's
it,
always
but I
been
did.
easy for me. Like, numbers just make sense. I see things and I see patterns.
That part does, but like the actual sit down in math, like what the hell was it? The graph of a parabola or whatever the hell is y equals mx plus b. Yeah, I don't remember how to do that shit.
You know what's weird is during all school, I hated history type concept.
I
but
loved
now that I'm older,
Yeah.
Oh, I
I
loved it.
enjoy history.
Yeah, I loved it.
So you're a World War II fan, or like what war do you prefer to study? Civil War,
Star Wars.
World War...
Yeah. See? Nerd shit.
Came out.
See, I like ancient history. Like, ancient history to me is fascinating because, like, the farther we get away from it, the more unknowns there are.
Oh yeah,
And that's what's more fun about it
the
is...
Roman concrete. How much better that is than the garbage that we
It's
manufacture
just craziness.
today.
Like, the technology that
is,
we
too.
possessed and the skills we possessed were
More so what
remarkable.
we've lost.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
wild.
You know, like the building of the pyramids.
Yeah.
You know, it's remarkable, like, what humans can accomplish.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was aliens.
I was just going to say, oh, aliens.
Well, this
My
episode's
history
getting
book.
off track. We went from breakfast coffee and donuts to aliens and
But we're out of coffee
Star
now.
Wars.
We're out of beer.
Shout out Macchiato. I
and
like this
coffee.
thing.
So does that mean we're going to call this one to a close?
How is Jim the only one with beer left?
I've been sipping it and enjoying it. Plus, I poured a lot. It's warming up and enjoying it slow. But we need more beer, so let's on to the next one, as they say.
See you in 10 minutes. I mean, next week. If you didn't learn anything today, at least remember this. Beer is the answer that makes everything better.
Can't remember the question, but who cares when you have a cold one in your hand?
Remember, everybody, drink responsibly, drink high gravity.
Most importantly, drink well.
Okay, not the well. Life's too short for bad beer.
Stay frosty, my friends.